times that I spied my little eye. Andor, Cassian Andor, talk about Andor, Cassian Andor. He's a rebel spy, just a bad friend. Give you a hug at the very end. Make that man feel like 100. He's the rogue one for me. Keep you ass up, he's not in the show. Is he a fish or a thief? He's Cassian Andor, Cassian Andor, Cassian Andor. Said thee, said I. Said thee, said I. Said X. Hottest of the Star Wars chicks. Thee, said I. Said X. Hottest of the Star Wars chicks. D-I-X-X. Hottest of the Star Wars chicks. D-I-X-X. Hottest of the Star Wars chicks. Shallow ones, chosen ones, royal ones, loyal ones, scary ones, Obi-Wans, and I D-I-X-X, hottest of the Star Wars chicks. D-I-X-X, hottest of the Star Wars chicks. With MakingStarWars.net.
What's going on, YouTube.com? I'm Jason Ward from MakingStarWars.net. How's it going, Rob?
Hey, in the Andor song, do you ask, is he a fish?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the lyrics?
Mm-hmm.
Should have been. I hate to break it to you, buddy. Hate to be that guy.
Yeah,
Should have been. Is he a fox or a frog? Like,
but that's not what she asked in the trailer.
I don't care. I don't care.
But that's not what she asked in the trailer.
I don't care. This we can do. Let's do this for an hour. Say it again.
Okay. But they don't say that in the trailer. Okay.
All right.
So today we got some Cassian news. Actually, we have like a lot of like fun stuff. I'm gonna try to make the show not be too long because it's like 90 degrees and the computer's chugging. My computer does not like when it's hot. And this room does not cool down. I might have to do it outside. If it gets hotter, I might have to start doing the show outside.
Like the old days.
With the frogs.
Get the shades on. Get out in the pool.
Mhm. I'll do it. I don't give a shit.
Plants.
So Star Wars.com announced the release schedule for Andor. They're like, we're really serious this time, guys. We're really, really serious.
I want to see him push all these dates back by like 1 week just to fuck with everyone. Like, oh,
I want this on like the back of a shirt, you know, like those are like my Andor tour dates. Oh yeah, man.
It looks like a Family Feud score, doesn't it?
I don't know, man. I followed Andor across the fucking country, bro. And like Andor is the craziest jam band I've ever seen. You want to know where I was on January 6th? I can tell you, I was seeing Andor. So, anyways, there it is. If you, yeah, Andor. That's what I was gonna. That was a joke I was gonna make when we get to Bespin's story. I was like, yeah, his name has been revealed. It's Andor. All you had to do was just listen.
Andor Dander.
We get 3 episodes. 3 episodes on the first day, on September 21st. After that, you just kind of like, just, you know, kind of go with the flow, you know, just come out, just come at you. Also, on a side note, Bespin just sent me a little bit of information that pertains to us all. Honestly, life's about to change, you guys, by a couple bucks anyways.
Disney Plus is upon us.
Disney Plus ad tier is launching in America on December 8th. Price is $8, and ad-free gets hiked up to $11. You can get ad-supported Disney Plus Hulu for $10, though. You get 4 minutes of ads an hour. So 4 minutes of ads per hour, it's kind of worth it in a way. But the only thing that I don't understand is, like, if I go to watch a Star Wars movie, do I get like 4 minutes of ads, or do the ads go in the middle of the Star Wars movie? Because that kind of breaks it for me. I probably won't do it.
Yeah, it'll be rando.
Yeah, if it's like 4 minutes over like 2 hours is so weird, Oh no, it would be 4 minutes per hour, he said, huh? So you get 8 commercials. Yeah, fuck that. I ain't doing it. So anyways, SFX magazine dropped a couple of pictures, and we got Bix right here doing Bix stuff, living out her Bix life. Then we got Bix trying to get out of my bunker. It ain't gonna work
Bix
this time,
kids.
Bix. And then we got Cassian looking like, get back in the bunker, Bix.
Honestly, that's a better disguise than what Kenobi was rocking. Like, at least he's covering up a little more, right? Like, he's really trying to hide that face.
It's the same. It's the same costume.
No, it's not. It's got stripes on it.
you can blend in if there's a balloon with some strings hanging off the side.
Throws me off. Imperials can't see stripes. It's true.
Yeah. Got Genevieve O'Reilly as Mon Mothma, but that accent's gonna get people. Hey, Mon, it's me, the Mothma. People aren't gonna like it, but it's what she does. She's Mon Mothma. And
you're gonna regret ever doing that voice. I can tell you. One day they'll weaponize it, Jason. Just letting you know.
Don't care. Don't care.
It's true.
Yeah, I just did BIX. Bix is the hottest chick song. I don't care anymore. So
love that composition.
Yeah, but it looks nice, right?
Yeah. I like the 60s aesthetic, man. That late 60s sort of brutalist, like the architecture, the triangles and shit.
Jeff, that was a horrible Jamaican accent. That's not mine. That's Genevieve O'Reilly, dude. That's not me. That's all on Genevieve. She really wanted to lean into the name. So yeah, but and then in the background, who's in the background? Just some motherfucker. All right. And then right here we got see like the guy right there on the left. That's not the guy in the background, right? It's a different guy. It's a different guy.
Not different.
Oh, he's the one that's like that's in the trailer. That's all like, ooh, the timid guy, I think.
Yeah.
So
it's he has that look on his face when he finds out Army Hammer wants to eat him.
Yeah. Right here, this is Army Hammer coming to. He's all like, "I want to eat you." He looks like that one 60s music guy, that shouldn't
David
be around.
Crosby.
Yeah, he looks like Crosby. Yeah. The other day on the internet, somebody like drew a picture of him, and it was really good. And he was like, "This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my whole entire life." It was so fucking funny. He's like such a dick. Yeah, and then right here we got Cassian, and like he's just like, don't go in there.
And remember, you definitely went down on 60s Bush. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
the worst thing Crosby's ever seen. Just so you
don't come back from it. Some people say
that Woodstock Bush.
Well, actually, true story is in the movie or in this television show, Cassian accidentally puts his face in some glue and then goes down, comes back out with that beard. It's not real beard. It's how the rebels make beards on the fly, and because it's the 70s.
That's not Cassian. That's Spreezy, man. That's when Spreezy goes to Galaxy Edge.
But it's called a rebel beard. You just put some glue on your face, go down on the 70s Bush, come out, you got a full beard, you're in disguise, you're ready to take down the whole empire by yourself. So a lot of people don't know that, but Gilroy does. So those are the pictures. Actually, before we get to the Bespin article, let's somebody sent me some of the notes they got off of Reddit earlier from the SFX magazine that you're going to want to all buy. So Gilroy says, I get this 5-year period to deal with, and it's pretty kinetic moment in history with the Empire taking over, but you also have these spores of revolution all over the galaxy. Nobody knows each other. There's different factions. It's all going to coalesce awkwardly and clumsily at Yavin. So, with Rogue
It's
One.
no Kenobi putting out a message telling everyone to run, right, Jason?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Bestman says a 5-year period sounds uncomfortable. Those are some cramps.
No,
friends.
Bestman. But some of us are still married. I can't participate in that humor.
Gilroy on Mon Mothma. Our goal is to have her speak like the worst Jamaican you've ever heard. If you thought Jar Jar was something, set your pants to shit, said Gilroy. Okay, that's not what he really said. What he said was, our goal...
I'm setting my pants to shit.
He says, our goal is to have as many varieties as you possibly can. And Mon Mothma has her own rebellion. People will find out a lot more about that as the show goes on, because there's some really interesting things that we're going to say about her. It's not that we're reversing canon or anything. We're just going to tell you that, wow, you had no idea what some people were really about, and maybe you don't understand what she's doing at all.
And when he's done, Gilroy's going to fight for the soul of Gotham, right, Jason?
It sounds like it. It sounds like he wears a Batman cowl while he directs. So yeah, Bestman's agreeing with
honestly, though, wouldn't you if you could get away with it? I mean, you would think the one movie you could do that on is if you were the director of Batman, and I don't think you can.
Gilroy on Rebels. This is from Reddit. The SFX magazine. Within Star Wars, within Wikipedia, there's got to be 4 or 5 levels of canon. There's film canon, cartoon canon, fan fiction canon, and all these different things. And for the larger issues, we deal with Star Wars lore advisor. Yes, he's the official job title. Pablo fucking Hidalgo. That's what I actually said. It doesn't say the fucking part. But I got to be honest with you. Gilroy's going on fucking Wikipedia, looking shit up on his own, looking at not canon stuff and thinking that there's canon tiers when there's not anymore. I mean, that's just what it is. And it just doesn't matter because everything he's working in is so undefined. It's just, I think people are going to get hell bent, or, their fucking panties in a wad over it. It's nothing.
It's their panties in a wado.
In a wado. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Gilroy on the assets. We brought in Luke Hole, who's a wonderkind young, remember on Ted Lasso, Wonderkind. I said that it was Wonder Kid every time I see the word now. All right, we brought in Luke Hole, who's a wonderkind young production designer. He did Chernobyl, and that should tell you where we're at with the design. Everything.
I love it.
It's so real. The switches and the dials are all so funky and great. And George
100%.
Lucas baked that in from the start. We're taking the funk and baking it into every fucking department, to every part of the storytelling. Everything was real.
Fucking department.
I added the fucking, but he said we're taking that funk and baking it into every department, to every part of the storytelling. That's what he says, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason. I know you don't want to like it, but I love it. I love it. This is what I want to hear.
I like it. No, it sounds like he's on a shit together.
No, you're like, I imagine if you and I were friends in high school, when I saw Batman Forever, you would have been reading quotes from Joel Schumacher. It's so great. We're taking nipples and putting them on butts.
Yeah.
Jason, you didn't say that.
Yeah.
I added the butts.
We're putting nipples on top of nipples. On top of nipples.
And we're adding Seymour to those butts.
All right. Genevieve O'Reilly. Hey, man. When we met Mon Mothma and Coruscant, it's a high society world of intrigue and political machinations.
I need George here while you're doing this. I don't want my face associated with this.
She is trying to be a voice of diplomacy and a voice for action, and trying to gather allies against this ever-looming autocracy. At the moment, the Emperor has all the numbers, and she is a very lonely voice. in order to change, she has to put her head above the parapet, which is highly dangerous. And I think that's what allows for the thriller elements that run through the season. Legalize it. Okay, and that's all she said.
She's the Elizabeth Warren of Star Wars, right, Jason?
What was that word that she's? I'm not familiar with it. It was like parapet. Yeah. I lost it. Yeah. But yeah, that was
my original name for word. Palpatine. It was Nixon, Parapet, and then Palpatine. So.
I'm on Mothman. All right, Kyle.
I know you're proud of it, but I can't have my face on when you're doing it. Is it safe? Man. Is it safe? It's not safe. I gotta go back.
I know when they did the Sex Pistols documentary, or not documentary, show on Hulu. They show when Steve Jones is stealing Bowie's equipment, not Bob Marley's. But Bob Marley was the big story that they always told, was that they stole Bob Marley's equipment. So anyways, Kyle Soller says, the fixation Cyril has with Cassian is almost possessive. There's a quality about this character who doesn't live by the rules, who is mysterious, and who is incredibly adept at surviving. And Cyril wants a bit of that. He just doesn't know why. And then it's kind of the corporate police on Coruscant. He has his eyes on the end goal, which is becoming part of the kind of Star Wars version of the secret police, the ISB. So this Cyril guy wants to like end up becoming basically in the ISB, which is the Star Wars FBI, you know?
I like it.
Yeah. Denise Go, and, you know, talking about that dialogue. I went on set thinking I was really prepared, and then you go into the room and there's two people dressed as droids, and I couldn't do it. And then Gilroy goes on.
I know how he feels. I really do.
Yeah. Gilroy says, but our show is about ordinary people. They're behind the scenes. They're going to build the road to revolution. We're really in the kitchen with these people. Our people are back. These washing dishes, so canon might be happening off stage, but what's happening for them is something completely different. Every day, our aspiration is every department, on every costume, every weapon, and every sideburn is always how to make it real. That's the overriding
manifesto. Did he say the
manifesto.
sideburn, or did you add that?
He said that. Every weapon and every sideburn is always how to make it real. Great. That's the overriding manifesto for our show. Make it real.
You're not going to end up with those, with that guy from Boba Fett that, you know, he goes to the mayor's office and he's just like, he's got that little, like, he looks like that mannequin at the gold mine, right, at Knott's Berry Farm that just sits there, the pan miner, right?
Stalactites.
Yeah, that guy.
And then Gilroy says, we're dealing with, I don't know, 190 speaking parts in the first 12 episodes. And you're carrying over two.
Hold on. We're dealing with, oh shit, I don't know, like 190 speaking parts.
Yeah. We're dealing with, I don't know, 190 speaking parts.
We got ourselves like 104 cowpokes worth of speaking parts. Yeah. Bro, I grew up in a rodeo town. You know that voice kills once a year.
We need the guy from Back to the Future. Run for fun. We need that guy to read this. So anyways, and you're carrying over 25 to 30 characters that we care about. And for the first half hour, for the second half, this first 3 episodes are pretty much contained in our show. It's pretty much all about this one place, and then one couple of days, and then when episode 4 starts, we start adding the characters, and we really just kind of.
I don't think you ever read anything from Kenobi like this, Jason. I think you're being a little facetious. Like, I don't ever remember you busting up Joby Hale and going, "Well, what we did here was put Kenobi in the desert for like 10 years."
I did. I was like, well, then I took the 6 parts from the other 6 parts and I made it into a television series.
And then the Grand Inquisitor man comes in the room and does people. Like, you don't do any of that for Kenobi, bro.
Hey, was Mon Mothma in it? Was she in it? I don't think so. It's not my fault. Your name is like really Rastafarian sounding, like a space Rastafarian.
All right, brother. Sure. You like the show. All right.
I like it. I do like it.
Yeah. You like we're gonna get like 25 weeks of coverage. Look, if this show is bad, I mean, I think it's gonna be great. But if it's bad,
I think it's gonna be great.
it should. I'm stuck talking about this till November. These people
Yeah.
might run me off the internet like by the time I get in.
Yeah.
Because that crawl to the end of Boba Fett, man, folks were just and Kenobi, it was just like every week it was just, man, it was like I was defending the Sandy Hook parents in court with the threats I was getting, you know.
Let me ask you this: do you think what he's saying is literally just the truth? Because it does look real. It always looked real. They always went for real. Or do you think it's in response to Kenobi that they are saying this to the magazine?
No, I think that's how he talks. I mean, if you've ever listened to him do interviews on like Bourne and when he gets into you know, Treadstone and all that stuff, you know, like the dude creates worlds that he believes he's there. And I think if you're gonna create any fictional world, as goofy as it sounds, at some point you have to start believing that it's there while you're working on it, you know, that it's real. It's like when some people find it ridiculous, and I understand that, in the way that I find any meaning in lyrics to songs to be ridiculous, Jason. And I know you look at me like I'm fucking nuts when I say it, but there are those of us who are like, yeah, those lyrics really mean something. I just, you know, like it could be fried chicken at the end. The song's just as good. I don't care, right, Jason? Like right?
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
But that's
like,
that's what you say at the end of One Vision when you're
does-
making a song about Martin Luther King, and you don't want
yeah, good. You're right. Doesn't matter.
I don't know.
But it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. But see,
No,
this is
but
what I'm saying.
I
Though.
think
They
it was-
do matter to a lot of people, though. You know, and
Yeah.
and I do think so I don't really like when the creators of it are saying that, like the guys who sat down and wrote it, girls, guys, whatever, are saying it. Great. When actors get into it, that's where I go, I'm just not interested, because I don't understand acting, you know, method acting and shit or any of that stuff. But no, I think he means it. You know.
Yeah. Because I mean, because it could go the other way, you know. It could have just been about trying to seem like, this ain't doing the stuff the other show did, but he doesn't really seem to follow their words very well. I don't think he listens to them very much. I don't think he knows how Star Wars canon works now. I don't think it matters.
He helped make them $1
that,
billion, and I think this is, I've said before, when Joker makes $1 billion and they only intend to make one when they made it, right? Then it's like, all right, we're gonna do another, but they're not like watching. Those Joker folks ain't watching all the DC films, you know what I mean? And they're not taking a lot of notes. They just got to show that they're following through on whatever the other side management agreed to buy into, you know?
Okay.
And I know it sounds weird. It's just a guy standing in front of a green field. Why would we care? If it wasn't Star Wars, you'd be like, I guess it's fucking Hunger Games. Who cares? But I think the thing, Jason, is since Attack of the Clones specifically, we've been dealing with two kinds of visual looking Star Wars. One's made behind giant green screens, and ones that are willing to step back outside like the original 3 films did.
I ain't going outside.
Yeah, I know, but I want them to go outside. They're making $millions. And so this steps back outside, and Kenobi, when we say the volume, may as well just say green screen, because that's all it really is at the end of the day. It's just green screen with a projection on it, but it's on a stage in a room. And, you know, that is the difference, by and large, between Batman Returns and Batman 89.
It's
Batman
theater.
actually shot outside. They actually shot outside on some of those things. And Batman Returns was all in a hangar in L.A., you know, and darn if it don't look it, you know?
It says, Bestman asked me, does Rob want a song with deep, meaningful lyrics? I got him. And I said, he needs one. And he said, I sent him one. And I said, to where? But I don't know. So maybe it's to your Twitter.
I know Tyler was sending me like endless Mid-Journey pics last week. And I was like, I don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, all right, like, cool. But Sorry. I don't know what to do with AI. I did type in Alex Jones Muppet into Dolly. I haven't sent it to you because I wanted to get your reaction. Because I was thinking about adding this as a cartoon, Puppet of the New World Order. So I'm going to send it to you, dude. Give me a second.
It want to know something? My name is Lespin Fullerton. It's my real name. Lespin Fullerton. Okay. Exclusive. Cassian Andor's real name revealed by Bespin Bulletin. I know it's easy to get us confused with the same person, according to Reddit. One time. Hello there. Why'd you do that? You can't do that. You can't. You're not allowed. We're still a number of weeks away from the release of the upcoming Rogue One, a Star Wars story spinoff, Andor, from being released. And just like last week, I'm able to bring you an exclusive piece of information regarding this series. Mustaches. According to my sources, Cassian Andor is not the true name of the titular character. Wait, when you say titular, are you talking about Bix? You're talking about somebody else. All right. And that's that the character's initial name in the series is Casa. Or Casa. Casa.
Send it to your Twitter.
I'm unsure of the spelling. It could be spelled Casa with the K. I think we agreed it was probably with the K in the end at the end of the day.
Mi casa e su casa.
Is this a clip I'm allowed to play?
Yeah, I'm not falling for that trick.
It was Boss Nass. So, okay, according to my sources, which is not my sources, not Lespin Fullerton, but Bespin Bulletin sources, Cassian Andor is not the true name. He's unsure of the spelling. It could be with a K. However, that's how the name sounded. As far as I know, either. And unfortunately, I'm not aware of what his true last name is at this point. However, Cassian or Casa inherits the name Andor from Fiona Shaw, which is what we kind of guessed. We were kind of talking about that last week's character.
It's nobody. So when they say Rey is nobody, she's actually related to Andor.
Fair enough. Yeah. So, and I think they are going to go with the K spelling because Casa means house in Spanish, right?
Yeah,
and
when
it's spelled, yeah, and Casa Camino, my favorite Mexican restaurant.
Casa Bonita.
Really that good, but it's okay.
I have been there. I have been
and
Casa Bonita.
is that actually a real place?
It's been open since 1978. They have on the wall every employee of the month since 1978 when you're waiting in the themed line. It was the worst food I've ever paid for, and I would go again. And it is in the worst part of town. It's literally it makes El Cajon. It's in a place called I'm brain farting on it will come to me in a second. But it's in this part of town outside of Denver that it makes El Cajon look like Sunset Boulevard. I don't know. Okay. Bel Air. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like Sunset Boulevard look like Bel Air. Like it Colfax. It's in Colfax. Yeah.
So it's previously been revealed that Cassian's birth world gets destroyed when he's young, and that you can see his birth planet in the trailers, and that Ferrix becomes the titular character's, you said titular again, adoptive home world following the event. Oh wait, hold on. He said titular character's adoptive home worlds following the event. Fans speculated that Maarva, is her name Maarva or Marva? I don't know. Could be the adopted mother of sorts to Cassian, given that Cassian appears to live with the character on Ferrix and that droid. B2 Emo was revealed to have been with the Andor family for years, and that appears to be the case where our hero takes Marva's last name. Just last week, we exclusively revealed that the name of Adria Arjona's character's name is Bix Caleen, which since has been proven to be true by journalists part of the Andor press junket, and more recently the latest issue of SFX magazine. Another reason to get that SFX, because you're going to want when that name was confirmed. I'm just kidding. I don't care if you get it or not. I don't give a shit. It's up to you.
Yeah, it's their Pistols issue.
The first three, is it really? Oh wait, never mind.
SFX.
Yes, yeah, I get it now. The first three episodes, I competed. I was reading and adding, and the first 3 episodes of Andor released exclusively on Disney Plus September 21st, following the recent delay from August 31st. Oh boy, you're just confusing people by putting the old date. But September 21st. That's all you need to know now. Promotion of the series has truly, because he's funny. But the series has truly started to ramp, and I'm excited to learn more about the characters in the series as the whole. I think he means on the whole. I think it's a little typo. It's okay though. It's okay. We all have them, especially me. So yeah. So there we go. We got something. What is Nikki saying? Nikki says Casa sounds like casa, which is house in Spanish, just like Boba means dumb girl in Spanish. Does it really mean dumb girl in Spanish, or are you just fucking being hilarious right now? Because if it really means that, that's pretty fun.
I was told it meant Marsha, but I guess what's the difference?
but good job
about that money, bro. Still bitter.
Still bitter. But good job to Bespin on getting that stuff.
Good job.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. Like, I never heard boba anywhere, and then like later on when we started getting boba tea everywhere and shit like that, then I was like, oh, there's a discuss. I don't like boba, by the way. I think it's weird.
No,
I don't like it.
It's tapioca,
I'm not a fan.
Man.
Yeah, I don't like tapioca in my. No, it doesn't work for me. I love pho. I'll take pho, but so Vitor says boba means dumb girl in Portuguese. Laugh out loud. That's so fucking funny. I mean, just imagine like. He's the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy. His name is dumb girl in 7 languages. Oh man, yeah. I mean, Hayden Christensen, he did a movie where his life was a house. So I guess it's okay that his name is House. There was a successful television show called House just a few years ago. Maybe it's the weirdest homage you could ever think of.
WWF in your house. Remember when they gave away a house? With
Run's house. Yeah. But yeah. So that's the fucking Star Wars news of the day. When you really get down to it.
Check out the Muppet I sent you, buddy.
Oh, and thanks to Chris Spreezy for sending me the schedule, by the way, too. Oh, you sent me the Muppet. He says, "I hope that's the only time Rob has heard my voice." But wait, you sent the photo. Okay. Whoa! What the fuck is this, dude? This is a nightmare.
Yeah, it's Alex Jones Muppet, according to Dolly. Puppet Jones. That's why think about making him a regular character. Anytime we got conspiracy theories, Puppet Jones will show up. It's a puppet of the New World Order.
We also have other thing. Wait, is it just sending it now? God, my computer's super lagging up. This better work now because it's not going to end well. I could already tell.
Bobo.
All right. It took it a while. What?
Bobo's
dumb girl?
So stupid. No, from the Stern Show. Bobo.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna show the picture. Yeah, that's a good question, Mark. Will Tarkin be in Andor?
If he is, it's
right
season
now,
2, I imagine.
Yeah, it's or later in the story arc.
You can't have Tarkin without Krennic, though. I mean that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
That's so weird.
Little hands too, dude.
Yeah, old Trump hands.
Yeah, it's got the hair perfect. Got that. It's so fucking weird.
Yeah. I saw Trump was testifying, taking the fifth constantly because that's what innocent people do. It's what honorable men do. They take the fifth constantly. You got nothing to hide.
Yeah,
remember when they used to always say that? They used to always say, "Oh yeah, well if you're innocent, you got nothing to hide. You don't need the truth police." Well,
They also tell
Apparently you
people just
do.
to comply, you know. So when the FBI shows up at your house, just comply. Right? Like what they tell
right.
every person of color in this fucking country.
So Joe updated your bingo card. We got Rian Johansson. We got
Yeah.
Tank Army Story. Leia should have commanded the space battle in Return of the Jedi. A Santa
I haven't
laugh.
said that in 6 months.
That makes it a hard one, you know.
Tank Army
Schnauzer
Story.
shits on Batman and Robin. It has no texture. Avatar reference. Story about t-shirt design industry. Married with Children reference. They need to
You
do an
should put
RTS game
Avatar
in
in the
VR.
center. Hold on. You should put Avatar in the center square. Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. The floating impression center square, I think, is not necessarily off though.
I don't do an impersonation.
Andor hype. Tony Gilroy dick riding.
I'll draw
Star
that
Wars
just for Tyrant.
in 2002. Story about uncles. Writing about how
I'll draw it like
Attack of the Clones.
What's that dude from Doctor Strangelove who's like riding the fucking bomb?
Oh, Slim Pickens.
Yeah, I'll draw it like Slim Pickens riding Tony Gilroy's dick.
Chris McQuarrie, side-eye head shake. Reference to 1980s fast food. That's fair. I'm guilty too.
Yeah. You know, none of these things like really link up. Like this is the mind of a madman. Like if you just read this off, like, it's none of these things. Bob Lazar, story about uncles. Like this is like, this is like I imagine it scene in Gone Girl when Daniel Craig's look at all that shit on the wall and he's trying to piece it all together.
But we will have to let people print these out and play. And if anybody ever calls bingo and you actually do them all, that would be amazing. I'm just saying it would be amazing though. So hey Meg, how are you?
You get the red snapper prize. Nothing.
Meg,
you
what are you having for dinner? Is it sushi? Sushi, Meg.
I read an article a couple months ago saying that it was like they did this actual test at like every major sushi restaurant in America, and only one actually has real sushi. Only one. It was Nobu in New York. So everyone's like, "Oh, that's everything else is like some tuna thing, fake, whatever." You know, it's not
artificial crab and stuff.
Yeah. It's all that. Doesn't matter how expensive it is. The only one that had it was Nobu. So just remember that.
Yeah. If you're ever in Huntington Beach, Matsu's has the best sushi in the land. Super free 401 says, yeah, the recent leak stated that Andor will in fact beat Tarkin's cheeks. Then he never calls him again, making him the most wanted man by the Empire. Gotta do it sometimes. So I didn't have a sushi. I don't remember what I had though. Uh-oh. You know what that means? They legalized it, man. Mon Mothma style. Because you don't remember what you just ate. Ari says, with how good Disney is good at in regards to CGI, why does their show never have large-scale stuff from the Empire? It's always 2 small ships or 3 or a single star destroyer.
Because
I don't really
it costs
think
a lot of money to make battles. I don't think people understand rendering, coordination time, the whole bit at a photorealistic level. I mean, there's a whole reason why movies, even like The Flash, have been delayed for as long as they have, because there's a visual effects backlog. And whatever ILM is capable of doing, they're capable of doing at a certain scale due to just, I mean, the priority is whatever's going to their movies. So, and I also imagine there's probably an edict, Jason, that says that there's a limit to what you can do because they want to go to movies at some point. And if you have a giant Star Wars battle, you know, like and we've seen some bits in the Mando 3 trailer, like that moon, but I still wonder if that's more like the original New Hope, you know, X-Wing battle scale, you know, like a dozen ships at tops. You know,
yeah. I'm also going to throw out there that there hasn't really been many opportunities on Star Wars TV to even go there yet, though. Like we haven't hit a point where like
something, you know. But
I mean,
takes
you
a lot.
Could have. I mean,
But Jason,
yeah,
you're
no,
aware of there are, as you know, Jason,
I'm not
there
disagreeing
are,
with you.
No, I know, but let me finish. There are when studios render visual effects, they have to send that rendering gets done at like different facilities. Whole companies have render farms that
Yeah,
facilitate
yeah.
the rendering. So like for TV, I just imagine that they're not paying. There's got to be like they got to find a way to do it like probably where they're at kind of thing. I have to wonder like how
Well,
much of that's
that
being
was
done.
the big revolution that's happened in visual effects with 5G. Is the ability to render somewhere else and send it right back right away, like to render up at ILM, if for instance, if need be, and then send it to El Segundo at the or Manhattan Beach, like in the volume, almost live and stuff. So like
I wish they
there
wouldn't ever
are
take the.
aspects of it. Mm-hmm.
My hope is that they on TV they never. My hope with TV, man, is that you get the backdrops, you get the stories, you get a cool battle, but the battle never exceeds that of the first film, possibly the second. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the minute you go into Return of the Jedi territory, like you just want to see it on that. I do think that benefits a giant screen, a big Andor battle. When when you're putting all that on a small little thing, then what it turns into is people are gonna go, I want more visual. Then people, the minute they see visual effects, fans just want more visual effects, and they'll be like, I just want to see more stuff, more ships blowing up, blow some more stuff up, blow some stuff up. And that's what happened to those movies to begin with. I mean, you end up with the giant battle on Coruscant at the opening of Revenge of the Sith, in which not a jack of fucking thing happens, but they shake off some droids. But look at all the shit around them blowing up. Like, who cares? Like, I just want it to mean something.
It doesn't mean anything. It's all pointless. Life is pointless. There's no reason for any of it. It's a space world.
Yay,
But
Gen X.
I do think that they're really like in terms of like the scripts that they've written, it would say, yeah, we're gonna this story's gonna end with like a big space battle, and like that's like our goal. Obviously, it takes time to like do that kind of stuff. And on top of all of that shit, I mean, money matters for sure, but I don't think money matters in the sense that as much as time. That like
Time.
when they're doing a
Takes
Star
time.
Wars, when they're doing like a Star Wars film, they have around 2 to 3 years to make it, and they kind of know. And when you look at the
3
last
days.
space battles that if they did, yeah, and when you look at this last space battles that they did in the feature films, not necessarily that amazing. Rogue One's is good, it's solid, but it's also like, it was to form to the original trilogy is what I'd say, which is good. But the sequel trilogy didn't really wow me with like a space scene, a space moment. There was like long
Right.
space chases and stuff like that, but they didn't really go there. And if they were to try to do it on television, it would require that the show not be filmed and come out in the same year that it's filmed, and that's what the TV show's sort of schedule has been. You're going to film it, and somewhere in that year, the visual effects will be done and it will come out. And I think the idea is to satiate Star Wars fans while the films aren't coming out, but we hit this really weird time where they were taking a break and then pandemic and stuff like that. So I do think if they're smart at all, which they may not be, I don't know. But if they are smart, the films will pick up the ball on that kind of stuff and will be worlds above what the television shows can do in terms of visual splendor
But
and that kind of
Jason,
jazz.
I typed in Star Wars Space Battle into Dolly 64 and it pumped out a whole thing. You don't have to do it, it just gets it done.
And that's cool. That'd be cool. Just watch space battles all day. Like, yeah, get them.
Yeah.
But
The funny thing about that, about all this stuff is how, like, there's no way AI ends up generating stuff that is unique. It will all eventually look the same. Like, you'll be able to see it. Humans are really good at spotting this stuff in the same way that, like, stock assets, like pre-made video game models, all that shit, when some developer decides to lean in on just using all those pre-made assets, and then you see the game comes out and you're like, looks like a bunch of pre-made assets, just bought that shit off, won't respect it. That's exactly what will happen. So everyone's all wowing over what they can do now because they could type in something and something magical could happen. But I'm telling you, it will start to produce the same look over and over and over again because the human mind is the one that goes, I got to make it different. Robots just go, no, I did the thing you want. Did the thing. What's your freaking problem? You're lucky we don't take over, make you all batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael says he's annoyed with VFX harping. I've actually seen reaction channels that complained about the Andor trailer, which I don't understand because it looks great. Yeah, there's the Andor thing really has nothing to. There's really not anything to truly criticize in terms of visuals, because the visuals in the Andor trailer would be fine in a film. So they are exceeding expectations on a television series. Like overall, I would say.
Anyone that's complaining for YouTube, it's an algorithmic thing. They're just doing that. Don't believe them.
Yeah.
They're just doing that shit for clicks and super chats. Sorry.
Yeah, I made a joke on the title. That's what I'm all. Andor's real name is crazy. What's Star Wars thinking? So dumb.
Right. Trying to feed that algae. Trying to feed the algae.
I won't feed an algorithm. It'll do nothing but make me laugh. Because all of those, feed me, YouTube. But no, all of the echo chamber, they already know where to go to get fed. But
the Aubrey-ism too. Aubrey-ism algorithm. There's something there, Jason. Aubrey 2 algorithm.
I was thinking of Aubrey Plaza when you said that, and I was like, yeah.
No shame.
No.
I just can't say that around my wife.
I think Aubrey Plaza and Bix should have a Star Wars space adventure show, and their spaceship should be called the Scissor Crest. No?
Jason,
it's an idea. It's an idea. Consider it, Kathleen Kennedy. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
so,
Jason.
I don't care
today, ain't you?
Don't care.
I don't care. Jason doesn't. I care, but Jason doesn't.
I don't care. Johnny says we need to get the algorithm drunk and see what happens. But right now, my computer.
No, Cosby. What are you doing?
Algorithm, I want you to get your hair wet and slick it back for me. That
like
was
Bret
the
Hart?
weirdest. Yeah, like Cosby wanted his ladies like Bret Hart.
Like,
and
a nice wet-haired.
What about Brutus the Barber Beefcake? What about him? Consider
Couldn't wrestle
that
for shit.
Cosby.
Couldn't wrestle.
But he was the barber.
Marty Jannetty.
But he could cut hair.
Yeah.
He cut hair though. So
could he?
I
mean, with those
Arya
shears, whose hair is he cutting?
I know. A lamb. Lamb head.
Lamb head.
All hell lamb head. Arya says, any stuff with Vader team working on Andor? The Vader team wasn't made when Andor was being made. Vader team wasn't made when Andor was being made. They kind of were filmed at the same time. The guys in El Segundo, the team that's gone over from Kenobi to Ahsoka, to the Ahsoka series that I've
They're called Vader
scooped.
teams?
No, well, they're the team of people, which is like Hayden without the mask, and that one dude. I can't remember their names right now. The one guy who's like, I'm it in the costume. I'm it when he's sword fighting. And together we're the Vader team. And,
I got the power of heart. Yeah.
And then the one guy's all like, they didn't pay me. And then he's like, now he's not on Ahsoka. that stuff.
And now he's forced to fight in Ukraine thanks to Santa Putin.
Baymax is going to eat a hamburger while getting fisted in Hamburg. That's what you do in Germany, I think. Or you're going to eat a hamburger while taking a dump on a statue.
Never had
Wada.
a hamburger in Germany. I had doner kebab. I had pommes frites.
Aren't
Schnitzel. Never had a hamburger.
Aren't hamburgers from Hamburg? Isn't that like the whole thing?
Never had one in Germany, bro.
I wonder if they're like, they're all weird. They taste weird. like
I had the long
grass-fed
schnitzel,
beef.
like that really thin, long. Yeah, I love
All
that.
right,
I was like,
snap that out. Rob had the long schnitzel.
Yeah, I loved it. I was making that that face that Dan Aykroyd makes in Nothing But Trouble. Won't you get a dog?
Yeah,
Pretty good too.
Dan Aykroyd's A Star Wars Story. Not hard to find a 6'7" British guy for the job for a 1-minute scene. Yeah, they were on Rogue One. They had their guy. They probably would use him again, I would imagine, if they went that way. So is his real name Casa Bridger? What? He's Ezra's long lost brother, cousin thing? That would blow my mind. Meg has been to Germany once in 2008. Not a hamburger in sight. That said, I was in a rural part of the north. Man, you think they'd lean into it, get some of that American tourism going. Gotta have a hamburger in Hamburg. Just kidding. We don't need it. Matt says
had some excellent. There was this excellent Chinese place in Friedberg of all places. They had the best Peking duck I've ever had. These cats that were there, I mean, they were from China. I mean, they were so good. I miss it.
Yeah,
I miss the food.
Miss the food.
Yeah.
That's how I feel whenever I'm away from Southern California. I love food in Southern California. Or I go somewhere else, like in the country, that is. I haven't really been to many fun places though. Matt says it seems to me like they missed a great opportunity to make his name Casa Solo. What if his last name is Hole? Casa Hole. Yeah, maybe. Mark says Forrest Whitaker back in Andor. It's true. It's in the trailer. But anyways, you and I are at like 2 frames a second from me right now. So I think my computer's going to die. So I think we will call this one a show. We got up to all of the main news late, but we did it. And I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The kids start school tomorrow, which is really good news. So I'll be on time again. And yeah, so everyone, thanks for hanging out with us. And thanks for being a channel member, liking the video, and subscribing to the channel and all that jazz. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
It's the end of the show. Come
on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
You know you should go.
Come on, let's go.
It's not about spaceships.
Hey!